So good afternoon, my name is Jenrish and now I'm going to present my design concept and architectural drawings behind this proposed shopping center. So the name of the project is Caper, and by definition this is something we do in a lively or playful way. And Caper is my proposed shopping center wherein the relationship of the users and spaces are deeply taken into consideration in this time of pandemic and as we experience the new normal, as it can reconfigure the safety measures within the structure, while users can also enjoy the leisures available in the shopping center. So the design concept behind this project is building blocks, and by definition, these are usually known as a child's toy brick that compose of different figures or shapes with varying sizes, and metaphorically it is meant as one of the separate parts that combine to make up a thing. So this shopping center comes with three varying forms such as the rectangle, trapezoid, and circle that are combined together being collective or made as one, similar to building blocks. Each form has its own function in line with the spaces necessary for a shopping center, which are all connected to its core. So the design philosophy behind this project is that architecture is a vehicle for communication that strengthens community identity. So the reason behind this philosophy is that I want to show that this shopping center can be a medium wherein communications between the community within the site are shown through the spaces provided for a shopping center. So the design objectives are the following: to create an adequate and efficient organization of retail and recreational spaces. Second is to design a natural environment within the site by providing open spaces for end users. And lastly is to devise a plan that appeals to the end user's sense of comfort. So through this design objectives, I was able to come up with the design considerations and strategies. And first is the zoning and circulation. Zoning and circulation are under the efficient organization of the spaces. So in zoning, I organize spaces in relation to its use and target users, and having a 60-40 ratio of leasable and open spaces. And as you can see, per form it has its own function, and I mentioned earlier, but here in the red color is wherein the most retail stores are located, and in the blue-green color is where the leisure, entertainment, health and wellness, and grocery are located, and in the cylinder part of the structure is where mostly of the restaurants are located. So now is the circulation. So the shopping center has its flowing space and linkages from building to building. And next is safety and natural environment. So safety is something I considered since we are now living in a time of pandemic. So I consider using of copper as the material for railings, handles, and etc. So also provision of at least 3.5-meter hallways. And also the natural environment, so I provided greeneries, alfresco dining, seatings, and water feature within the building and outside the building. And lastly, the accessibility and thermal comfort. So accessibility is wherein I provided the elevator, signage, ramps, handrails, tactile strips, and visual indicators within the building. So lastly, the thermal comfort is having wide windows and maintenance of HVAC system, while also providing louvers within the building. So here are the following main materials that I have used, and first is the aluminum louver, concrete, low E glass, and lastly the wood panel. So here in my site development plan, drop-off can be located here at the P. Guevara Street, wherein cars can go through the Lions Road going to the site, and it has provided also a bicycle parking for other users. and open spaces throughout its site. Also, in the site development plan, it has a service road located in the Lions Road, since this is where the utility part of the building is located, and also uh, there's a ramp at the P Parada side, wherein a ramp going to the lower ground of the building and also going to the parking basement of the building. So next is, here are my two basement floor plans that I was able to uh, provide, and the total parking slots that I was able to provide are 392, and those 392 slots are covered within two basements and my lower ground floor plan. So next is here in my upper ground floor plan. Here in where I mentioned earlier that each form has its own uh, provided spaces, but in the upper ground floor plan, it was it was organized in relation to the target users, while in the second floor plan, this is where you can actually see the division of spaces within the building. So here the lighter pink color are the retail stores, and at the center is the department store, and here at the back part of the building are the health and wellness, wherein I provided a gym, and here at the right side of the building is the grocery, and the restaurants are located here at the cylindrical part of the building. So the same organization of spaces are created all throughout the floors, and the fourth floor are made for leisure and entertainment purposes. So next is this is the street elevation of the building, and it shows the frontage of the building at the P. Guevara side. So here, as you can see, these are the aluminum louvers that I was able to provide, and this shows the thermal um, this also adds to the thermal comfort of the building, aside from the low E glass that the windows are made of, and also the at the top part of the building is a wood panel and vertical plants, so that it can also be part of the vegetation of the building. And also, here in the section provided here as shown here are the atrium of the building, wherein the two escalators, this is going up and this is going down, and the atrium shows that it has a water feature and vegetation inside, and also it shows that the lower part of the building, which is the lower ground floor, is composed of the parking, and while the upper ground floor is mainly for the spaces of retail stores of the shopping center. So the provided storefront elevation and interior elevation is a specialty restaurant as the Aristocrat, and I have used the materials of wood panels and concrete, while also providing a alfresco seatings. And that's all. Thank you.